Petra. Legitimate business on Kadara.
That's right, Cop Eyes. What about it?
Checked Nexus records when we got back. Not on the books. You didn't declare.
What you gonna do? It's Helios.
Legitimate business my arse.
Ooh, scrutiny.
The scavengers will be reasonable.
Don't get your hopes up.
Well, dead is a kind of reasonable.
Someone got to them first.
And destroyed Ashland's missing parts. What the hell did this? Fiend! Go give Ashland the bad news. Found your scavengers. Dead. A fiend got them.
And the turbine parts?
Destroyed. Nothing left but scrap.
I'll take satisfaction knowing my yard drive isn't being used by a bloody scav. Thanks, Pathfinder.
What do you think about Kadara?
Smells like week-old eggs and curdled milk.
So you regret leaving the Nexus?
Pathfinder, I regret leaving the Milky Way. But if Kadara's taught me one thing, it's that there's no time for regrets. Live in the present or die thinking about the past.
Who runs the wind farm?
It's a communal effort. Everyone helps maintain the turbines. But me and the Solarian are the only trained technicians. So, naturally, that puts us in charge.
Does the Solarian have a name?
Yeah, and if he was ever nice, I'd use it. Until then, he's just the Solarian.
Stay safe.
Yeah, sure.
That Excel camp has a high concentration of registered criminals, Pathfinder.
That'll show 'em.
think that's it.
Let's see you deal with this.
Signs of civilization. I wouldn't mind a break.
What the hell happened here?
I don't see signs of an attack.
Scanning the bodies could provide a clue. Blackened stomach and ulceration, consistent with poisoning by sulfuric acid, most likely from consuming.
A filtration center. If they had this, why were they drinking poisoned water?
I could provide an analysis via the scanner pathfinder. Someone has tampered with the filter. The Angara ingested only enough sulfuric acid to be lethal over time.
But not enough that they'd notice right away.
They were poisoned deliberately then. But why?
We should keep looking around, see if we can find more about who's responsible. Quite the menu. It's encrypted. Sam, can you get us in?
Yes. One moment, please. This log belonged to Skylar Yafir, an Angara who lived here.
Play the first log, Sam.
More and more aliens keep showing up. They are desperate, dirty things who will pay anything for a slab of Ardhi and clean water. I thought all was lost when the Ket invaded, but maybe our luck's changing.
Let's hear the second log.
Today, I caught one of the aliens studying our filtration system. I had Karina and her sisters guard the facility. If these exiles learn how to make their own water filters, they won't need us anymore.
Final log, Sam.
Some of the aliens have set up shelter not far from here. They call it Charybdis Point. A band of them came today demanding we hand over our water filters. Karina and the others were able to drive them off, but I fear the desperate look in their eyes.
These exiles could be the ones who tampered with the water filters.
I wouldn't put anything past some of these scavengers.
That's enough.
Pathfinder, we are nearing Charybdis Point, the exile camp mentioned in Yafir's logs.
We should talk to whoever's in charge.
Pathfinder, VENTUS claimed he buried the Ket transponder near this location. Pathfinder, this is the murder site Mr. Vidal asked you to investigate.
found it.
Looks pretty junked.
The transponder's power source is drained.
So let's juice it up. Turn it on, then Gil can work his magic.
Once complete, this should provide us with the Archon's location, and in turn, Meridian's.
We're one step closer to building a home in Helios.
Oh yeah, the hard part's totally behind us.
Credits for the bed, and a dinged-up oxidizer valve for the water.
How dinged up?
Just a little. Riley's taking care of it.
Welcome to Charybdis Point. Name's Malix. You looking for a place to hole up? Got some open beds. Food and clean water cost extra.
Take it you don't have any private rooms.
I could put up a sheet.
I'll pass.
Suit yourself.
You get a lot of business out here?
Our establishment might not look like much, but spend a few nights in the Badlands and we're practically Hotel Azure. Clean beds, warm grub, and the only place for miles with properly filtered water. Serious amenities on Kadara.
One of your neighbors was murdered.
ZR's dead?
Very. Know anything that could help me track his killer?
No. ZR had a habit of shooting anyone who got close to his lawn. Still, grumpy bastard had his uses. People think twice about robbing you when there's a Krogan next door.
How'd you end up on Gadara?
Followed Sloan from the Nexus, but couldn't pay her protection fees. No fancy port for me.
She forced you out?
Those are the rules. Can't pay the fees, can't live on the mountain. First few months were tough. No water, no weapons to hunt. I really thought I was gonna die out here.
You obviously pulled through.
I didn't travel 600 years to starve to death. I found other exiles. Put the strength in numbers theory to the test. Thus, Charybdis Point was born.
My squad and I came across an Angaran town not far from here. The inhabitants were poisoned. Their water filters had been tampered with.
Nasty way to go.
I found a log that mentioned trouble with this camp. Know anything about that?
Can't say I do, I just sell beds.
And clean water.
I don't like what you're implying, Pathfinder. Either rent a bed or get the fuck out. Please.
picked clean.
Water filters. The make and design matches those found in the Angaran town.
So exiles stole the Angara's design and poisoned them for good measure.
Maybe there's another explanation?
Hey. You just couldn't leave it alone.
These filters. You stole the design from the Angara, didn't you?
This doesn't concern you. Walk away. Before you can't.
I won't ask again. Where did you get the filter designs?
There's a history here you wouldn't understand.
Try me.
We couldn't pay Sloane's protection fees, so she forced us out. We came to the Angara for help. Starving. Dying. But instead of being decent, those flapheads bled us dry. Credits. Clothes. Weapons. They took everything.
Not everything. You survived. You set up here.
The Angara are the only ones who know how to properly filter this planet's water. All we wanted was to be self-sufficient. I offered to pay for the designs. They refused.
So you poisoned them?
And took all their business.
You're a monster.
No, I'm a survivor. Kill them.
At least the Angara get some justice.
You did good, Pathfinder.
Reyes, I'm at the crime scene.
Great. I've got intel on our dead guy. Krogan male. Went by the name of ZR. His frontal plate was pried off before he was shot to death.
They wanted him to suffer.
They were making a point. Not someone you want just walking around.
Do your scanning thing. Look for anything that might lead us to the killer.
These footprints are distinctly Angaran.
I count at least 3 attackers. The tracks make it look like an ambush.
Fits the Rokar profile. It's a start.
Angaran blood. Matches your Rokar theory, Reyes.
DNA cannot identify political affiliations.
Keep scanning. We need hard evidence.
Angaran blood. Matches your Rokar theory, Reyes.
DNA cannot identify political affiliations.
The Angaran footprints lead this way.
See where they go.
A knife. Killer must have dropped it during the getaway. Something's carved into the blade.
It's Shalash, the Angaran trade language. A home filled with strangers becomes a prison.
Sounds pretty Rokar.
This inscription, along with the DNA and footprints, supports the theory proposed by Mr. Vidal, Pathfinder.
Let's pay our local Rokar a visit.
You know where they are?
I wasn't sitting on my ass this whole time. I'm looking at the place right now.
Send me the coordinates. These murders stopped today.
Andromeda plant sample detected nearby. This area could be viable for an initiative outpost, Pathfinder. However, for any long-term success, you'll need to find a solution to Kadara's water toxicity problems.
Exiles are also a problem. Sloan will shoot down our shuttles before we can start building.
What about the charlatan? The collective's gaining power.
We do not know the charlatan's identity. Sloan may be our only option. Vidal could offer insight.
Should we start digging?
Hopefully there's a way down. We're gonna need a really big drill. Another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Don't mind our friend here. He's, just tired. Needed a little nap is all. Be good as new.
Another murder victim. I have logged the relevant information.
Sam, another memory prompt?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Look out. Our connections won't do us any favors in a camp like that.
Hey, we should help.
That should do it.
Score. We're in.
All right, one more and the vault should be open. That should do it. We found all we can. Let's get back to Cineris.
Hi again. Do you have the locations of the victims? It's the only way to make sure justice is served.
Or you could give the data to me for a quick reward. Something real.
Someone has to be held accountable for these murders.
Thank you. A civilization is nothing without justice.
What's up, Ryder? Why an emergency meeting?
I didn't call it.
I did. Got some disturbing news while we were on Kadara. There's some tension at the Krogan colony on Eladin. It's bad.
Tension among Krogan? You don't say.
I wouldn't waste your time with this if it wasn't important. We need to go.
I agree. Nakmor Morta made herself overlord of the colony. It's weird.
No. Our priority is the Archon. We have to remain focused on his next move.
Jall's right.
I know dealing with so many unknowns is frustrating, but we need to hear each other out.
Well, as long as we're pitching stuff, I overheard outlaws on Kadara talking about activity in the Ramov system.
No, that's the system where the Turian Golden World was supposed to be.
Ramov? There aren't any viable planets there. Only an asteroid field with mining ventures run by criminals.
I hear Eladin's pretty rough too. Roving scavengers with nothing to lose.
Perfect. Because if there's one thing I do know about, it's fighting pirates.
But now that we have the transponder, we're so close to finding the location of Archon's ship.
I'm with you. I can't wait to find the Archon's ship. And then hopefully, Meridian. Anyway, get Callow the nav points for both Eladin and that potential Turian Golden World. We want all our options ready to go. Hey! I didn't say dismissed or meeting adjourned or anything. Meeting adjourned, as you were.
Yeah? When's the last time you had a normal conversation? This is a normal conversation. No. This is you trying to figure me out, categorize my flaws, put a label on me. That isn't. Everyone on this ship is an experiment to you. And I've got no interest in being a guinea pig.
Pathfinder, you have new email.